Hi, hello, tree that is in front of my house and in my way. Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Lisette, and if you're not, welcome back. Today we have a little bit of an exciting video. We are going to be working on the campsite. And wait, where am I going? Oh my god, who's here? Oh, it's Harvey. And B's thinking unacceptable. But anyway, we're going to be working on the campsite, and Isabel let us know that we have somebody here. So that's exciting. Probably not going to be a dreamy, because when are they ever? Well, let's find out. And it's Patty, who color scheme wise works. And I suppose farm core would have gone well with this whole harvest idea, but that's not what we're doing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Patty. But anyway. So yeah, this is going to be an exciting video because I think I'm gonna have to make a custom design. So I'll bring you along for the ride, hopefully cut out the truly treacherous parts of it. And I'm excited. I am excited. This is what space we have to work with. It is right next to my entrance. Yeah, I'm excited for this a little bit. I was going to work on something else, but then this was just speaking to me, I guess. So that's what we're gonna do. If you'd like to see it all come together, I'd love to have you for the ride. Okay, so we're going to start with an outfit change because you gotta be dressed for the occasion, right? Even if it's overdressed, which is how I was in my early 20s. So overdressed for everything, but you know, you live and you learn. Now, we're lucky if I do my hair when I go out in public. But I really love this outfit though, with the boots I'm rocking. I am not one for like cowboy aesthetic or country anything really. The closest to country I get is Taylor Swift, but I am digging these boots in this camel caramel tone and the darker brown. I am loving it with all of my outfits, and it just totally fits this autumnal vibe. Love it. I also love how when I was using the phone to put down the custom code, the code just went down so nicely underneath that campsite sign, and I did not have to fight it like you have to fight with a terraforming tool. So that was a really nice surprise. I'm going to have to repeat that in an experiment, make sure it wasn't just a fluke, because I think it's a little bit of a fluke. Not gonna lie. But what's not a fluke is my autumn leaves to my DIY table and storage shed, because I'm going to put a DIY table there. Kind of seems a little bit random, but like really cute. Like the idea of just like walking through the leaf path, which I have a hard time kind of taking things a little too literally when it comes to custom codes. Like my natural inclination would be this code needs to exist within the trees where all the leaves have fallen. It's not going to be out in the open where there are no trees. But it's a video game. It's Animal Crossing. It's okay, Lisette, for it to just exist that way. So I'm happy I got over it because I really wanted to use it that way. And also using the trash bags and the trash bin. I mean, the trash bags end up leaving, but I put them there after I've done this entire build. Shout out to Hylian Cider, or Logan, who is also participating in this challenge. He loves to use the trash bags as just a little filler item in builds, and it is honestly so genius. Yes. And I like really trash bags out of all things, but hey, it works. It really does. Just like my plain party lights arch. You can't go wrong with it. My only gripe is I can't turn it to like a 45-degree angle because that would make so many dreams come true. So many dreams, but Nintendo Daddy likes to crush my hopes and dreams. So, alas, I have to work with it how it is. Does Pocket Camp have any plain party lights arch things? Oh my god, if they did, I would actually have to open the game and play it. Because I bought it when it was still the $10 before they like increased the price. And I have not opened that game once. I don't know, the anxiety of trying new things, the anxiety of maybe I'll like it better than Animal Crossing, but I don't know that I would like it on like a phone, because even though phone screens are bigger now, it's still quite small. But I really should get my money's worth out of it, even if I didn't pay double the price. You know what I do get my money's worth out of? This game. This game is like therapy. It brings up issues I didn't know I had. And if I want to keep playing, I have to work through those issues. Toxic perfectionism, anxiety, planning, decision making. I'm working on all those skills right here. And I only had to pay $60 once. That's a lie because I have 2 copies and I also have 2 copies of the DLC. So I've spent a lot more money, but you get the point. Animal Crossing is the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, that sounds good. The gift that keeps on giving. Oh my gosh, my therapist is probably just like, why are we still talking about a video game? But really, I have worked through some issues with Animal Crossing that I do apply to my life in general. So that's a really nice thing. For as much as I do critique things in the game and wish Nintendo would have given us different things, I really do love it. I'm not a gamer person. I didn't like video games before. I bought this game because I was playing the Spyro trilogy and I started progressing too much, and so the level started getting harder. And I was like, I need something that is not anxiety inducing. And I was like, okay, I'll get Animal Crossing. Joke's on me. Joke is on me. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. We're here. A channel now and everything. So it's going great. And I do love my little bonfire build. I really wanted to put the campsite originally on the beach, but the only way I could get the campsite on the beach was to center it. But if I centered it, I could not have the bonfire. And I really wanted the bonfire. And it didn't make sense to me to put it up on the grass before you would get to the campsite. So had to change my plans, had to be okay with what I thought I was going to do. But I really like it this way. It turns out really cute. It's really close to my entrance, but unless you know you can scooch through some items, you have to go around, which needlessly taking the long way. That's just what I do. That's why I make people's names longer than they need to be. And the old-fashioned wash tub, a favorite item. And I don't know why. Do I want to wash clothing by hand? Absolutely not. But it's just so cute. I love making these campsite builds, I'm realizing. I had a great time doing it on Cadbury after I got some help from Poppy. Shout out to Poppy Plays. Go check her out. She, fantastic decorator, and honestly really helps me a lot with my own builds. So that campsite, she gets some credit for helping me with that. And then also reminding me to put down the socks. Yes. Perfect little touch. I need to add some more pinwheels. That's what I need to do. Anyway, really love how this campsite came out. And the ironic thing is, enjoying making these campsite builds is I actually hate camping. I don't know if you could tell from the everything about me that I don't like camping. I've gone camping a couple of times. A kind of religious girls camp thing when I was a teenager. We had cabins and things and all of like the modern plumbing and stuff. And I mean, aside from just teenage girls and how snarky and mean they can be, it was fine. The other time I've gone camping was also for another religious thing. But I got bitten by a spider, and the audacity, because I am a huge arachnophobe. So I have a thing against camping. If I was forced to go, I would very much be a glamping gal. I want the trailer because I want modern plumbing. I want electricity. I want Wi-Fi. I know, I'm that person. Oh my God. Really, modern plumbing. That's what I want. Because I'm like, oh, maybe I could do like a day thing. Go up into the mountains. We have some really pretty mountains and views and hikes here. But the bathroom. So yeah, I'm just a little bit more concrete jungle than that. So really ironic that I like these campsite builds, but maybe I can just live vicariously through it, and that's why I enjoy it. Yeah, let's go with that one. And I really try to stay away from having scooch core moments or making it so certain things aren't accessible. I try to stay away from that because I want my villagers to interact with my builds. And I had to give up again working on these apparently control issues and just give up that they can't get to the bench that has the branch on it. You can only get to the extra long log sofa. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. 90% sure. And also wheat fields. Never thought I would love the wheat fields as much as I do. Maybe it's because we don't have like long grass in the game otherwise. It's all flat. And I can see why they kept the aesthetic, because it's Animal Crossing. This is very particular to the game, and I guess you have like the weeds, but I don't know. I just want to feel like I'm running through something. I did find these custom codes that are like long grass, and it's so beautiful, but I wanted it like in different seasonal colors. So I tried making my own, and oh my gosh, it is so hard. Like custom code making is hard, but then trying to make a long grass situation. And I'm sure you probably know what code I'm talking about. If you've gone looking for like some cottage core ones, everyone and their mom has used it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is an accurate statement too. But anyway, I digress. I really love the wheat fields and those log stakes. Animal Crossing makes me love things I don't normally love, so that's really nice. What I don't love is Sahara getting in my way. Jeez. But she does leave, so I guess that's good. And then I'm learning how to layer items to give it different heights, different widths. Even if I, do a lot of circles, I needed to keep that in so you know. Even though sometimes it looks like I know what I'm doing, I don't actually know what I'm doing. And it's so aggravating. I understand why the custom codes won't work, but a part of me wishes the game would account for when there's a transparency on the end. Because I wanted to put like a little picnicky blanket right there, but it wouldn't work. So, but I do like how some items can go into the water, like those log stakes up in the corner. So I guess like we got some things, but I just want more, you know? I want more out of this game than I get. But I also make a hammock that I don't even try to put down at all. You see, log stakes. Hammock, gonna be nowhere in sight. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Also, the spacing. I wish the blocks were just a little bit smaller, that it would account for how big the item actually is, so you can just nest them in just a little bit more. But add that to the long list of things I hope to see in the other game, which some people say there might not even be like decorating. This is like the first game that where we really have like decorating like this. But I want to try New Leaf. I found my 3DS, so I want to give it a try. I also kind of low-key want to get an emulator to try the original Animal Crossing and, you know, kind of all the other versions. Although my husband does have a GameCube. But we did try like using the N64 once, like, oh god, like nearly 10 years ago. And like, that was fine. Nothing remarkable. So, I mean, I don't remember much of it besides that we did it. So, But anyway, I digress. But I digress. I did figure out when I was doing this build that when I start adding flowers is when I've like gotten to the end of my decorating. It's the little finishing salt on a dish. It's the basil that you're not going to eat. It's the sprinkles. So that was just like a little fun thing to note. Maybe I should try like putting in flowers like at the beginning and see how that goes. Now I'll probably just have a panic and then won't finish a build. So we'll just keep doing it this way. Actually, love that I remembered to use the weeds. I really have been sleeping on the weeds, so glad I used it. Don't know why I didn't use it on the beach and instead decided to go with the cosmos, but that's what I did. And I do end up liking them, even though they didn't want to plant where I wanted them to plant. But that's just par for the course, right? And then did learn they had to be sprouts and not just plucked ones. So, you know, learn new things every time you play. I think that's kind of how it goes. You just learn things as you decide, oh, that seems like a good idea. So, when I originally made my mood board, I was like, okay, I have a great assortment of flowers. I have multiple colors, multiple varieties. And then when it actually comes down to planting them, I feel like I have so few. And I know I said in the other video that I wasn't too fussed of like, you know, there were repeating flowers or repeating colors, like if you could still see it on the same frame, but I lied. I was a big fat liar. I do care. I want it to look like there's a variety, and it probably really wasn't that hard. And I mean, it doesn't look like it was that hard, but in the moment, that's what it felt like. And I suppose by now I should probably mention my custom design. And so it's a s'mores code. I did download a couple of codes so then that way I could kind of see the layout that they had. And then I started making one. And then realized I was using a normal custom design slot, which is not what I wanted. That's why I was going to make my own. And so what I did to do that is I actually went to Canva and I found some clip art of like all of the s'mores things. So then that way I could compose it in Canva and then know where everything was going instead of trying to draw it out on the canvas and then decide I didn't like it and have to move it. So I did that, and I actually went to a website called acislove.com, and you can upload a file there, and then it will analyze it and it'll break it up into pixels. It'll look at the colors, and you can even change how many colors you want to use. And like there's k-means and a different way of like dividing it, and you can just play around with that. And then it will give you pixel for pixel what you should do. You can download a drawing guide that will tell you like even what the hue and the values are for the colors. So it's a great starting point because I don't use it pixel by pixel. It is a starting point for me, so then that way I'm not just staring at blankness and trying to draw something out of nothing. And so I just clean it up as I go and figure out, okay, I want it like this and I want it like that. So it was really nice to do that. So I highly recommend. But these hats, I love the idea of them, but then I find them so hard because I'm like, the sides. I don't know what to do with the sides. So I just kind of went really plain. I also, only have 15 colors to work with, even though the leaves kind of give off a little bit more Thanksgiving-y here. And I guess it's harvest, so I guess like that kind of makes sense. But if I could have had a couple more colors, then it would have been a little bit different, but it's what I could do. And in the end, I really do like it. It's what I wanted to not take up my normal custom design slot. It's in the pro design section, which I'm also running out of space there. Who would have thunk it? I do need to go like delete some. But yeah. Look at me making some custom codes. That's so fun. And with the little nice branch right there, so you can just stick your s'mores on there. And I go to try to put a normal tree branch, but that's just, it's too big, it's too thick, it doesn't work. So it gets the boot. And I suppose I could have used that like fiery campfire leaf one that has the actual marshmallows. But yeah, I wanted the bonfire. I really wanted the bonfire vibes, which low-key, Bonfire Beach just reminds me of Twilight for some reason. This is giving Twilight to me. Oh my God. That's not what I was going for. But I did say this was inspired by Port Townsend-ish, very loosely, which is closer to Forks than not. So, oh geez. There won't be vampires. I can promise you that. But this is kind of the build. This is the build. I'm going to do some like little, what would be like headshots, glamour shots, beauty shots of it. And I cut out the parts where I'm struggling with the camera, but oh my God, I struggle with the camera so much taking these pictures. It's kind of hilarious. And even though we don't have a campsite villager to help with the vibes, it still looks really cute. I really love it. I had fun making it, and even if the custom design kind of drove me a little batty, I really like it. I hope you do too. I hope you had fun hanging out with me. Thank you if you made it to the end of this video, and we will see what other shenanigans I get up to the next time. Bye. I'll tell Kaylee you said hi. She found me, Kaylee. She found me. And try to cut out. Oh, God. I just pressed the wrong button.